In this video, I am going to do a review of the original daily ring-bound planner by Franklin Covey. This video will be helpful if you were wondering exactly what's included with these planner pages. Also in this video, after I do a flip through of what you get with the original daily planner pages, I'm going to show you actual examples on how I use the daily planner pages. These are the original. They go from January 2020 through December 2020. This is the classic ring bound size. It's 2 pages per day, and it is a daily planner. Hi everyone, my name is Tonya. I make videos on functional planning, organization, and small business. Hi, this video is not sponsored by Franklin Planner. It was sent to me to do an honest review. If you're watching from YouTube, all the items shown in this video can be found in links in the description area underneath this video, and you can save money on the Franklin Planner website by using discount promo code Tonya Plans. This is the original planner that started it all, and I'm so excited to be moving back into the classic size. I had the compact size for a very long time, and I just realized that I just needed to go back to the classic size. I was in the classic size when I first started using Franklin Planner's products some over 10, maybe 15 years ago. And so it feels really good to be going back to this size because I will have more writing room and everything. So the original means that this is the first planner that the Franklin Covey company created, and it is in the green and white color. So when you open it, the first thing you get is a page where you can put your personal information, and it's made of harder cardstock here. Let's see here. And on the back are 3 years of annual calendars. So if you have to plan out in future years, they're all here. This is the calendar for 2020, 2021, and 2022. Next is a page to talk about, this is your planner quick start guide with some tips on daily planning, how to prioritize. And here is the productivity pyramid. I recently have completed the Franklin Planner certification course. It is a free course on the Franklin Planner website, and I will link it underneath this video if you're watching from YouTube. And this pyramid is huge. You know what? I'm going to do a series of videos on the Franklin Planner system and talk about what I've learned. So if anyone wants a refresher and don't want to take the course, feel free to look out for those videos. But this pyramid is the cornerstone of why the Franklin Planner system is so powerful. It is built on your values. You don't go anywhere until you determine what your values are. And then from there you determine your goals, you plan weekly, and you plan daily. And that's what makes it so powerful, because you can design the life that you want and love by following the Franklin Planner steps. But while I was taking the course, this is the monthly index page. And as you can see, there's a laminated tab here, and this is where you record important dates that happen in your day-to-day activities. So if you took an important phone call, you can index it here. It's kind of like a table of contents for your daily pages. So it's an easy way for you to reference back other things without having to flip through a whole bunch of daily pages. So that's how that should be used. And down here are 3 months to allow you to plan in the future and to look at what the last month was. Now it includes your monthly calendar pages, and all of them have tabs. And what I like about this is that these monthly planner pages have lines, so your handwriting will not be lopsided. And I like that these lines are light. I like that a lot. And over to the right you have a section for notes. So if you want to plan out for the future and say, you know what, in June I want to remember to follow up on that volunteering opportunity, I can put it over here in the notes. So when I turn to that page in June, I can see my notes and it can like jog my memory to do something. So I love that. Now the reason I mentioned these lines being light, I really like that. I used to have the compact size planner, Let me just show you that for a moment. This is the Her Point of View planner pages that I am moving from. These are in a compact size and this is in the classic size, but notice how the lines are darker. I like that the lines are lighter because it doesn't compete with my handwriting, but these are very, very pretty, and I love the Her Point of View planner pages. But I'm also so glad to be going back to the original. As I was taking the course online, I realized that I really wanted to go back to the original because it had everything I needed to follow the Franklin Planner system. Now you can make the system work with any type of planner that you get, but I like that there are designated sections for like a daily tracker, etc. with this planner, and I'll show you what I mean by that as we flip through this planner. Now, in each month, at the end of each month, so here are, like, for example, these are the February pages showing February. It's a month on 2 pages, so you have plenty of room to write there. And behind that is your master task list. So this is a great way for you to list your personal tasks and business tasks that you want to accomplish for a particular month that's not time sensitive. So if there's a certain appointment that you need to be at, you want to put that on that particular day. But sometimes you have things that you want to do for a particular month that's not time sensitive. You can put that here on the task list. And so then when you get to that month, it can serve as a reminder that you need to do something for that month. Okay, we got to December, and I wanted to mention that the tabs are laminated. So that way, because your monthly tabs are going to be some of your most used planner pages that is in your planner. And it's great that they are laminated because that will allow them to hold up to heavy use. Okay, so now we're getting into the daily planner pages. Now, before the daily planner pages start, you get another index. So if this index on your monthly pages isn't enough, if you need more room, you also get an extra page for your index, which again is like your table of contents for the month, so you can go back and refer to items. So let's take a look at this planner page. So this is a day on 2 pages. So what you get is, of course, you get the date up here, and you get the current month calendar here, and the prior month here, and the future month here. And that's great because that way you don't have to flip back and forth to your monthly tabs when you're trying to plan something out. All your months are right here. Then you get a little key to help you prioritize your items in your daily task list. So here is your prioritized daily task list. Down the bottom here you get a daily tracker, and it says you can use this to track expenses, email, voicemail, and other information. I plan to put how much I spend each day. I'm trying to rein in my spending. So I want to use this section to write down what I've spent and what I've spent it on. Okay, over here you have an appointment schedule. There's space up here to write in whatever time you like. So if your day starts before 8 a.m., you can just write it in right there. And at the bottom here it ends at 8 a.m. and you have another space where you can write in additional time if you need to. On the next page for the same day, this is a day for daily notes. This is where you record your telephone conversations, little thoughts that come to mind, great things that happened. I like to write down my successes, like, oh, you know, something that went really well that day. I like to write that up here if I have room. I found that in my compact size, I started using up the whole page a lot. That's part of the reason I decided to upgrade to the classic size, because I needed more writing space. And what's nice is at the top of each day is a quote, something inspirational and motivational that you can read if you like. This particular quote says, "It's amazing how much you can learn if your intentions are truly earnest." Chuck Berry. Also on these pages, it counts which day of the year you're on. So in this example, we're on the 4th day of the year. It's 362 days left and you're on week 1. This will help you keep up with certain goals you may have that are time sensitive. Maybe you're trying to run a marathon and you want to make sure you're getting a certain amount of practice in for certain weeks or certain days. You can track all that with this. So this is how the pages look. Okay. And all of the daily pages are pretty much the same. Just want to mention that the paper feels really good. It's not too thin, it's not too thick. I'm very pleased with the quality of the print and everything. There are no flaws in that regard. So we're at the end of the daily pages, and I just want to show you what you get. Okay, at the end of each month for these daily pages, let's just show you this up close. You get a monthly business expenses spreadsheet. So here, the day column is here. Then you have a business purpose, your where, why, who, etc. You can log your odometer readings, the beginning and ending readings, miles traveled, gas, auto, other, travel fares, meals, lodging, and other. Now suppose you're looking at this and you say, well, you know, I don't have a business. Well, if you don't, and I have done this before, you don't have to use this for business expenses. You can use this to track personal expenses or expenses that you feel might be possible tax write-offs later. And so you will have all those right there organized for each month. Next, at the end here, you get a page for holidays and observances. Now, this is helpful to me because I post on Instagram and other social media. So it's nice for me to be able to use this to plan out what I'm going to put on social media. For example, I'll know that Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday is this day, and it will be this day in 2020, it will be this day in 2021, 2022, all the way out to 2025. So you can plan out special promotions and advertising or social media posts with these holidays and observances. On the back there are more. Okay, next you get planning calendars. Now these are future planning calendars. The future planning calendars are, let's see here, it looks like it's 1 month on one page. It's not the same as the ones with your tab. You get a month on 2 pages, so it's a little more room. These allow you to plan out way in the future. So this is 2021. Okay, so after the 2021 calendars, you get these future planning calendars. And this is for 2022 and 2023. So that's the end there. So that is pretty much what you get with this planner. I am so excited to be using this original planner. Now for kicks and giggles, I want to go ahead and put this in my binder here. I have the Gingham Farm binder in floral. It is absolutely gorgeous, and I just want to show you how these will look in my binder here. Now Franklin Planner recommends that you carry all of your monthly tabs, of course, and that you carry daily pages for the current month, the past month, and the future month. For this video, I'm just going to put in a few planner pages so you can see how nicely it looks. Isn't that it looks so clean. I really like it. It looks very clean, very professional, not a lot going on. Now if you guys were wondering, like I said, I switched from the classic size to the compact size. So let's just compare the size of the paper real quick. So this is the compact size. I had the Her Point of View planner pages, which I love. They had the nice white background. The older I get, my eyes start messing with me, so I like white backgrounds. So this is the size of the compact, and this is the size of the classic. So just to give you an idea in the difference in size here, you got about 1.75 inches difference from the top, and about, what's that, maybe less than about 1.25 side difference there. So you can get an idea of how much writing space you have. Now if we compare the two prioritized daily task lists, in the compact size you get, let me make sure I line this up, you get about this much room, but in the classic size you get about this much room, a few more lines there. And as you can see with her point of view, I was writing in expenses here over the picture. That's why I wanted this daily tracker section, because I want to be able to write my expenses in there. This is the date you get. With this one you get the daily tracker. With her point of view, it doesn't come with the daily tracker. This is the appointment schedule area. As you can see, it starts at 7, but you don't have the space here like you have here to write in an additional time. Sometimes I would put a thin piece of washi over the times, and then that way I could block the times or write the times in that I wanted right there. And let's see, and her point of view has 2 months here that you can plan with, and with the original you have 3. Over here, and as you can see, I tried to use a piece of washi to kind of make a daily tracker section, but I'd rather have the daily tracker section, this is just my personal opinion, I'd just rather have the daily tracker section right there so I don't have to kind of make a spot for it. But yeah, so you get more room to write notes on the classic size, of course. And with both you get the how many days left in the year, what week you're on, and all that stuff. That still come. You still have the quote at the top as you do with the original. I'm so excited to be using this as my planner for 2020. Like I said, after taking the planner course, I really thought about it. This is Franklin Planner's signature product. The classic size, the original planner, this is their flagship. This is what made them famous. So I wanted the best and the original of what they had to offer, and that's why I chose this planner. Now that you've seen what's included in the original daily planner, I would like to show you examples of how I use these planner pages. I've owned them for a few weeks now, and I thought it'd be helpful if I show you actual examples of how I use the planner. So this is the monthly original pages. It is a month on 2 pages, and let me just move this out the way so you can see here. Now what I do is I highlight work items in yellow, items that have to do with my family or my daughter in pink, and items that I can do at home are in blue, for example. But I have written in here my work schedule. There are some days of the month where I work till 7 p.m. and that's during accounting close at work. I have noted my daughter's volleyball club practice time, so I'll know where she is. I noted here when I plan to attend someone's birthday party. Right here I have my performance review meeting with my manager, and here I wrote a note about a payment that I made on a hospital bill. So that's an example of how I use the monthly planner pages. These stickers here indicate my pay dates. I get paid every other week. This type of sticker with the red indicates when I have a doctor's appointment. So let me just show you the daily planner pages and an example of how I use those. Now at the top here, I make a note of when I work late. So on this particular day I worked till 7 p.m. and here in the prioritized task list I listed things that I needed to accomplish that day. And as you can see here, I prioritize what needed to be done first by marking those things that are most important with the letter A. And then on this column I use symbols. So this arrow means that I forwarded it to another day. I didn't do it that day, but it was moved to another day. If it's checked off, it means it was completed. Down here I covered it with a sticky, but here I write in the expenses that I incur for that day. And what I like about that daily tracker section is I can quickly just flip through and just see what my different expenses are, just basically by looking at the corners. So I love that. Over here in the appointment schedule, in this example, I block off when I work. So I went in at 11, got off at 7. Here I have a note to touch base with my daughter about something, and I just wrote a little note there to be kind. Over here I wrote in a couple of notes that had to do with my Instagram account, a movie that I want to watch. I want to watch The Irishman. I heard it was good, and that's a movie that's available on Netflix. And here I wrote kind of a journaling thing on something that I want to improve on. So I hope you found this video helpful. Please be sure to like this video. And if you want to see a full flip through of my planner, I recently did one. If you're watching from YouTube, I will link it right here in the upper right hand corner for you to take a look at. It is a detailed flip through of my planner if you want to see more than just the original daily planner pages, which is what this video was about. This is Tonya, helping you feel more organized so this can be your best year yet. Take care.